Hey, good afternoon, YouTubers. Um, I'm reaching out because I got a lot of things that I've been going through, a lot of things on my mind, and I wanted to share, not for empathy or sympathy, but maybe to close these chapters in my life and move forward, get some advice, and maybe to help someone else out there. I hope you do tune in. I hope you do listen to, what I've been going through. Maybe it can help someone else out there. My name is Reese, and this page is called Just Being Honest. I'm going to start off with my 40th birthday. I just turned 40, September 20th. Um, that birthday was supposed to be something great in my life, reaching a new level, new heights, a new mark in my life. But instead, it was ended in disaster. Um, I have 6 daughters, and my oldest daughter and me, let's just call her Jasmine. Um, we haven't seen eye to eye in a long time, but I expected that because, she was a teenager at that point. This all started when she was 15 years old, and it progressively got worse between us the older she got. She's 23 years old now, and she has my granddaughter. Yes, I'm a grandmother at 40. That's kind of hard to take in also, but we've been through a lot of things, you know. She fell in love early in her life, and she started to make the wrong decisions. Now, I'm not up here to knock her at all because I love her regardless, but so many arguments over so many years that we went through that transpired and things that were said, you know, we never stopped to listen to each other. We never stopped to hear each other out. We never stopped to really embrace the problems. See, because most of the time, a lot of people, you know, get over it by just going to therapy or seeing a psychologist, and nothing's wrong with that at all, but we don't embrace the problem. We don't take that problem head on, you know? And with me and her, we haven't seen eye to eye in almost 10 years. So coming up here and being able to talk about it on my own platform, my house being quiet, and sharing some insight with y'all will kind of help me, I guess, get it out of my system, and it wouldn't bother me so much anymore. But I'm hoping to God, if anything comes out of this, that I can reach some other mother or father, sister or brother, auntie or uncle going through the same things with someone in their family that they love. So that night, I set up my decorations. I went and bought the wine, the drinks, and, the sodas and the juices and the food and everything. And, I set everything up. I waited for my family to get here, you know. And when they got here, it was just, I felt the energy. I felt things were off. So I was trying to cancel the party immediately. But my mom was like, no, we're here. You only turn 40 once. So we're going to do this. And I'm just like, all right. But my heart was no longer in it. I was ready for the night to be over. We danced. We had a good time, Sometimes black folks, when we drink, that's when the real truth comes out. I guess that's when we decide to embrace the elephant in the room, the negativity. And I was yelling at my 13-year-old daughter, because she never lately asks me, can she do anything? She's always telling me what she's going to do. And she's always telling me what she's going to say. She's always telling me how she's going to get there and when she's coming back, ever since she turned 13. But that's for another segment. And as I am talking to her, well, basically yelling at her, because it's not the first time. My oldest daughter jumped in it, but the way she jumped in it, and I was like, hey, you're the adult and with your child, and you don't live here, so let me scold my child. And she was just like, no, and we all hate you and we all are mad at you, and you never said sorry to me, you never did this and you never did that. And it was like perplexing. I was like, how? Like, I don't understand. So now I'm trying to talk to her with a clear head, and she's yelling and she's crying and she's up in my face. So at that moment, as a parent, all you can do is be angry, because you're like, how can your child disrespect you like that? But we yelled and we yelled and we yelled and we yelled, and she packed up my grandchild and she left. I was so embarrassed, not just around my family, but around my friends. And the fact that I just moved into my new place June 16th, well, 14th rather, of this year, and I haven't been here long, and I have neighbors, and for them to hear all of that, and and for me to be left so confused because I didn't know what I did wrong to her growing up. I mean, I know I wasn't a perfect mom, and I know some of my flaws as a woman, but as a mother, I didn't know where we went wrong, because when she was growing up, we were close. I always held her dear, and you're not supposed to have favorites, but at that point in time in my life, that was my favorite. I did everything for her. I was always there for her, and I couldn't understand where this anger was coming from. I'm still left lost to this day. We're not speaking at the moment. I chose to keep it that way for now because there's just things in my life and in her life that I feel we have to iron out separately before we could come together again. I miss my granddaughter. I love her to pieces. She's about to be 1 year old this month on the 23rd. I'm still undecisive to either go to the house and give her a present or attend a party if they have one. But anywho, so when she left my home, I was so distraught, My mom was like, hey, because my brother came, hey, we're going to take all the kids and, they're going to spend the night with me, so you can have a breather. And I'm like, okay. I took a couple of pills and I woke up in the hospital. And that is the moment that I knew that I needed help. And I needed to come up here and I needed to talk to someone, because I know there's a lot of life left in me, and what I don't want to do ever is be a coward. Like, I've never ran from anything. But I feel like all of a sudden, I haven't been running, but I've been shutting down, and to me, it's just the same. I've been wanting to get on this platform for a long time. It's been like probably 6-7 years now. Get on some platform and talk to somebody and help somebody, and thus somebody help me. But it's been hard as hell. And I've been nervous because, when you get up here, you got to watch what you say, how you say it, things of that nature. And I'm not one of those people to hold my tongue or beat around the bush. I didn't intend to take the pills to end my life. I just felt like at that moment, my voices were so loud that I wanted to, hey, let me see how you do without me. If this is need be. Let me see how you focus without me. Let me see how your life goes without me. And yeah, that was selfish. But at that moment, I felt like being selfish because I've always been there for my kids. And I've put a lot of my life on hold, because my responsibility was being a mother first. I had my children early that I didn't even learn how to become a woman until starting in my mid-30s. So I hope someone hears this. This is just the first of many. I'm going to leave y'all with a short poem that I wrote before I go off this thing. Please give me a moment to find it because I wrote it down. But I hope what I'm saying like really reaches someone else. Subscribe and comment below. I love to hear from you, whether it's negative or positive, but please, before you comment, take heed to listen to what I had to say, because sometimes people got rebuttals very quickly. You know, when you say certain things like, "Oh my God, you're a mother. How could you? You know, you're a woman and you have children and you're supposed to be stronger than that." But all of us fall. All of us. None of us are perfect, and we all fall in different ways. You know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to gather myself. But this is a poem I wrote the other night, and it says, "Dear to whom should have loved me. You never treated me right. You tried but always gave up when it got too hard. But then you would come back and come and see me again. But you never stuck around to see things through. But regardless, I am learning to love you." Again, like, subscribe, because this is the first of many. Have a blessed day. Reese, just being honest. Later.